Hi everyone, it's Kat here. How are you all? I'm here to do my week 2 tag in the 52 handmade tag challenge that's being held by Brooks. So I've already done my week 1. This is my week 1 tag here, and on the back I have stamped it now. January, let's do it like that way. January week 1. And I wrote on there, fresh start, crisp new start to the new year. So on to tag 2 now, and I think I'm just squeezing this one in. So I've been playing around. I actually did start this at the beginning of the week, but haven't had a chance to get back to it until now. I've had a good productive day today. Hope you guys are all doing well and keeping safe. As I said, I've had a productive day today, and I thought I'll come in here now. The house is quiet, everyone's eaten, and we've cleaned up, and I just thought I'd come in here and just wind down my evening and do some of this lovely stitching. So I had started pulling some bits and pieces out. So the challenge this week is to do a background of patchwork with patchwork pieces, and then have a heart that is a contrasting colour too, and we can choose whatever colour palette we would like. Now Anne chose blue, and I seem to have a thing for blue this year, so I thought I would stick with that myself. So I've got my tag. Now I cut myself out a backing piece out of this lovely cloth here. So let me just pop that away. So I've got that here. So I'll pop that down as my base. And I've traced a template of my tag. And now I'm about to kind of think about the heart. But okay, so what I've kind of come up with so far is I've got this lovely piece of vintage fabric which is really soft. I don't know whether it's an old upholstery or a heavier fabric, but it's lovely and faded and very, very soft. So I've cut a little piece out of that, and I quite liked that. I think I had it like that, just there on that corner there, like so. Yeah, I think that's the problem. I've just got to lift that up a little bit higher. Okay, so yeah, that's looking better. And then I had this piece here, which is again another piece of very old vintage linen. It's actually, I've cut it off from this lovely piece of cross stitch here, but it's beautifully faded, and it's actually even been coffee dyed. So, and it's got this lovely blue border, so I quite liked having that there like that. And so this is sort of the beginning of my patchwork, or my interpretation of patchwork. And then this lovely piece of blue fabric here. Now just trying to work out which way I think is the right way. Yeah, I think like that. So I was thinking I would put that there like that, and then I've got this lovely piece of floral fabric here, so snipped a little piece off there, and I was going to straighten it up, but I quite liked how the shape came out, so I thought I would just put that there like that. But I want to be careful I don't lose that blue border there. So this will be stitched down, and then I want to incorporate a little bit of lace into it. So I was sort of thinking if I just ran that strip like that, maybe even piece over it. So I was getting to the point where I thought I'll probably want to cut out my heart now. So I've traced the template of the tag, and what I was going to do was just fold this in half, and I'm thinking I want the heart to start about there. So I'm thinking if I go something like, no, I've not really done this before, so this is a learning curve for me as well. So all right, I'm going to just cut it and see how I go, see what we get. Okay, so we'll open it out. It's could probably just make it a little bit thinner, I think. Let's try that. No, I don't like that heart at all. Okay, after a few fails, I ended up getting this chipboard heart here, and I traced it, and then traced it on a piece of paper, cut it out, and then I folded it in half, and then I just snipped around and got a smaller heart. So I'm a bit happier with that one now. So back to layering my tag down. So I have definitely decided I like that. Now I just decided I think I would like to have that little piece like that. So there, I need a piece here, so I'm just in the process of trying to work out what. Now I quite like that. It's just folding over, that's the way it's been sitting, but I quite like that. I mean, in all honesty, it's probably going to something like that actually, so that's a possibility. Then I've got that one, or just plain. I think I like this one, so I think what I'll do is I think I'll cut this piece down here because we don't need all of that. So let's just make that a bit smaller. So let's put that there like that. So I think we just need to cut this yellow bit here, and I think if we just finish it off just here, I think that'll be. So I think if I just do that, to be honest, I think I like it like that. Okay, so I'll put those bits away. So now I have to decide. Now I liked that, I decided I would do that and then have the heart like that. In fact, I might even come up. Yeah, I liked it like that. Actually, yeah.
Could I grab a drink of course, something, please?
Yeah, sure, of course. can you just shut the door, sweet? Okay. Would you mind just shutting the door?
Okay.
Because I'm filming.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Thank you. Okay, so I think I like it like that. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think I like that. And then anyway, I think what I need to do at this point is snip the lace. All right, so we've got our piece of lace, and I did want to get some lace in, so I'm pleased about that. So that can go across there like so. Now we need to get our heart piece. And okay, so now it's slightly changed because I've changed the way I've done that. So I'm thinking I might go for this down here and try and just grab this piece here, which I will slightly get in these wavy bits, but I don't think that matters. I wonder if I can do it on the back, even though it says disappearing ink, air and water soluble. I haven't really tried it out, so I think I'll trace it on the back. Okay, I'm excited to see how this turns out because I am really happy with that. So I was thinking I might do some seed beads or a button, but yeah, what can I tell you about my day? Gosh, I worked last night, so I worked almost a 12-hour day yesterday because I wanted to have the day clear because I had lots and lots of Etsy orders to pack, which is really good. It was hard work, but it was good. I'm so happy. Thank you everyone so much for supporting my shop. So that's what I did today, was I packed those. And yeah, I just spent a bit of time with Isla this evening. We watched a movie together and she cooked dinner. That's the beauty about when children get older, isn't it? And she loves cooking, so I encourage that. And so she makes fried rice and she does quite a good job actually. So every time she comes and stays, she wants to make her fried rice. So we had that for dinner tonight. And we finished off watching a movie together. Now she's just in her room, just relaxing. Oh yes, I really like that. Really like that. Very happy with that. I have, I think I've got the basis of pretty much what I want to do. Just deciding if I want to even put it. No, I think we'll just go straight up and down like so. And I was thinking maybe some seed beads and or oh gosh, no, that hides the heart. I really like the heart. I found this, but I don't know if it's the right colorings. And then I thought maybe that was a possibility. But I think it covers up too much of the heart. Yeah, that was what I was wondering, as if I wanted to do a little button. No, that's not really doing it for me. Kind of like that. I actually kind of like that. All right, we'll think about that one. I had these but no, I use those. I think I actually really like that. So, all right, let's get it stitched. I mean, I've got a butterfly here as well, but I think let's go with that. Okay. Now my battery's low on my phone, so I don't know how I'm going to go. And I don't even know now if I want all those seed beads in there. So, all right, I think we need to pin. Okay. So, let me just... Okay, now thread. I've started my slow stitching course, guys, and I've bought this beautiful thread. I'm just trying to see. It's Sue Spargo thread. So I was thinking I might try this blue. So okay. All right, so we'll pin away. Alright, so if we secure these pieces down, then we can start doing the straight stitching. So I've been enjoying watching a few videos of other ladies who've been doing the challenge. So I think actually what I might want to do is pin my pieces down and just go all the way through. There's no point in stitching the back two pieces and then stitching this. I might as well just do everything together. So if that's the case, then really I want to put let me think about this. So I want that and that like that. And then I want that like that. Because I'm going to be stitching up and down, so I'm thinking if I just pin everything down, then and just stitch through the whole lot. That's what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking I don't want to lose that, so I'm going to move that over there, which means I probably should put that piece there. Okay. And put that piece there like that. I might bring that just down a bit more there. Yep. Okay, bring that across like that. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I'll just pin these down now. So that's my thread. So we come up from underneath. Just got to get my starting point. So yeah, I'll just come up here. Now I've done a double thickness of this thread, so I'm hoping this will be okay. And then we just do a little running stitch. So it's my birthday weekend this weekend. My actual birthday is on Sunday, so I would like to get some videos in because I do enjoy making those, so that would be a lot of fun for me. And we're having a barbecue tomorrow night, so my son is coming around with his girlfriend, and unfortunately Mike has to work, but he finishes at for Sunday morning, so we will get to spend Sunday evening together. So I'm thinking Isla and I might go out for breakfast Sunday morning together. This fabric underneath is so threadbare that it's actually stretching. So that's why I just have to be a bit careful. That's why I'm thinking this double thread is probably a bit too much. But a bit late now. Well, it's probably not, but I'm going to see how I go. I'm going to see if we can. I might just, instead of doing a running stitch like the way I've been doing it, I might just do one stitch at a time. Yeah, so I started my slow stitching course on Wednesday night, and it's quite different to this sort of slow stitching, but that's okay. It's not vintage. It's they do little projects, and they do everything very neat. It's kind of almost like embroidery, but I'm enjoying it. And so I've got my practice piece that I'm doing. So the first 2 weeks I'll just be practicing some stitches. So actually this is what I did. So this is called a split stitch, and this is a blanket stitch, and then this is a now I've got my notes here. Yeah, so that's a split stitch, that's the blanket stitch, and this is a blanket stitch fan. So, and these are the threads. Actually, this is a variegated colour, but they didn't have that. That was the teacher's thread. She gave some of that to me. So for the first 2 weeks, I'll be practicing my stitches, and then I've picked this as my project to do. So I was thinking I'll make a bag, and I'll use that as the panel, one of the panels on the front of the bag. So that's exciting. And I bought these needles. These are called sashiko needles. So yeah, it's getting I'm starting to learn all the terminology and learning about it. So watch out. No, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. The ladies are lovely, and it was just a lovely evening just to learn, chat. I learned how to do a quilter's knot, how to thread my needle. That's when I learned that there's a wrong way and a right way to the needle as well when it comes to threading. So yeah, I think I'm going to learn quite a few things. Whoops, that's the cord of my microphone there. I'm very relaxed tonight, guys, and this is what I want. I want to be relaxed, so I hope you don't mind me just being a bit sort of low-key, because I think that's what I wanted for the evening. I just wanted to get this project done, but I wanted to have the mindfulness of it as well. I hope I'm not out of frame. I'm just trying to get, and I would like to stitch on the camera as well, because I have been watching some videos, and apparently the consensus is that people like to see the stitching bit of it as well. So I'm certainly not perfect at this, but this is why I like this, because you don't need to be perfect, and I quite like that rustic sort of rugged, you know, uneven look, but it just looks so lovely. It looks very organic, in my opinion. Please don't knot. And and I want it to, I don't want it to pucker up either. I've got a feeling that double thread was probably not really the way to go, but I think I've done it now, so I need to commit. So maybe I can't do this running stitch. The fabrics that I've got are so old that they're sort of, I have to be careful with them. I'll get the hang of it. Come across. So there's not much fabric under there because that's where it's sort of frayed a little bit. This is okay because once I get onto this fabric, it's a bit more, it's a cotton fabric and it's a bit more modern, so it's easier to do. The weather's a little bit milder here in Perth. I mean, it's still in the 30s, but it's not that, 36, 38, even 41 degree temperature that we've been having. I think it was 33 today and it's going to be 34 tomorrow, so that's not too bad. My little desk fan broke in my craft room, so it's not too bad when you sit at the desk but you've got the fan there, and but that broke today, so I went down to Officeworks and I went to Bunnings to try and get another fan, and they're sold out. They don't have any in stock, so I'm actually looking at a couple of options, maybe get some air conditioning in there. I won't be able to get installed air conditioning, but a friend of mine was telling me about a air conditioner it's advertised on TV, so I might have a look into that. You buy one get one free, one of those sort of deals. So I'm going to look into it anyway. Most of them seem to have these money back guarantees, so I'm figuring that like it's a couple of $100, so I'm figuring it's worth trying. And if it's no good, I'll just make sure I'm diligent and I return it and get my money back. They usually have like try it for 30 days, and if you're not happy you can return it, something like that. So probably have to pay the postage, but anyway, I'll look into it, because that would be really good. If I can get that sorted, then it's perfect. I'm thinking I probably needed to stitch this piece, but the heart's probably going to go over it anyway, so it probably doesn't really matter. That noise, if you can hear it, is my fan on my computer. My IT guy has had a look at it and he has said that the fan is faulty, but because of the way things are with mailing, it would take months and months and months to get it. That's been his experience anyway. So he's gotten a temporary fix for me, because I am going to get a new computer, but I just haven't had a chance to sort of get my head in that space to deal with that yet. So I'm just going to finish this off and start another thread. Okay. I think what I might do is, because I've got to stitch up and down all that way, and that is going to take me quite a while. I think what I'll do is, you've seen enough of the stitching. I'm going to turn my camera off and I'm going to charge it, and then I'm going to come back when I finish the rest of that. Okay, so I have finished stitching everything and my battery is now charged. I learned a few things from that actually. This fabric is, as I mentioned earlier, is so threadbare that I sort of went to stretch it, and it's actually, you can see it's sort of, I've ripped a little hole in it. It made it a little bit harder to stitch, but I quite like the effect of it. I won't show you the back. It's quite messy at the back, but we won't see that. So I am now going to put down my lace. So I'm just trying to work out where I will do that. So I think I'll bring my heart there. So I might bring my lace about there. Yeah, so I'll get some of this white cotton here. Okay, so we'll stitch this down. I think this is going to be a little bit easier. I probably should have done this come in at the middle, but never mind. All right, so I'm just going to tack this down. I mean, we're not dressmaking, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. Yeah, so this piece of fabric is very solid. So for two quite worn out threadbare pieces, it's actually quite a strong solid piece now. And I believe I was reading that that's what this sort of stitching was done for. It was to give more life to the clothing, and because the clothing was so worn out, they actually made the stitching as part of the feature, just to get a little bit more life into the garment. So yeah, it was interesting stitching, but I got it. It's not perfect, but I quite like it stitching. Well, I know that the workshop that I'm doing on Wednesday nights, they're quite particular and neat with how they do things, but this is sort of a bit more organic, this style, isn't it? So I'm not sure if we're supposed to goodness me, that was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not, anyway, I don't think it really matters. I think the idea is that we just do it and have a little bit of fun with it. Now this lace is sort of fraying a little bit on the edge, but again, I don't mind that. It's all just adding to the charm and the rusticness of it, if that's a word. Goodness me, I'm tired. It's quite late now. It's about 20 to 11:40. I don't know if that's the right way. I mean, I say both. No, I say 20 to midnight. No, I probably say 11:40 actually. I was listening to that on the radio today, and they were talking about what's the correct way to pronounce the time. So I've got Boo in here with me. She's just lying behind me, but she knows to lie far enough away so that when I roll my chair back, I don't roll onto her paws. I think I've done it once, and that was enough for her to learn. Alright, so I might just do a few little secure stitching bits on the end here. Alright, so that's down. So yeah, as I say, the back's not great. And the other thing too with that other thread that I had, I think it was a bit of a mistake doing double. think next time I'll just do the single. I might just snip that tail off because it's poking out the edges there and I don't want that. Okay, alright, so we've got that down. Just might neaten that up a little bit. Okay. I didn't snip that, but I don't know, I might end up trimming that. I might, because the other thought I had was to fold it down, but then it just looks too neat. So what I might do is come in and just trim it down just a little, and then I'll just fray. I don't think it's going to take much to fray the edges. I mean, it's literally breaking in my fingers as I pull. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay. Alright, so now it's just to add this heart on. And again, I'm just going to use this crochet thread, but I think I am going to do just one. I'm not going to do a double thread on that. Alright, so now we just stitch this down. So just come up in here. Might come in, because again this fabric is sort of quite weak as well. So then you come up next to the stitch and then come under, and then it doesn't matter if you don't have to have them even as well. She said come in a bit shorter, come in a bit closer. At this point I just want to get it on. I am getting tired, but I want to get it finished because tomorrow is another day and I've got other projects I want to do, so I just want to get this on now. All right. But I still am enjoying doing this. Even as tired as I am actually really enjoying the process of making this. Well, my needle work is going to improve. That is one thing for sure. I noticed as I was stitching, as I came onto the newer pieces, the stitching was a little bit easier. So that's something to bear in mind when you're picking your fabrics, that the more worn out the fabric is, it makes it a bit more challenging to hand sew it. I'm trying to think what colour thread to use for the little note, and I want to put some seed beads on, so I might just come back here actually. It's knotted, don't you dare. going to come back in here and just do these bits again. So I think I left a bit too much of a gap. This is exactly the look I wanted. I wanted to have a patchwork look, and it's sort of got a bit of a country cottage charm to it almost. We've got that on, so I'm thinking that's looking good. So now I think I might put that there like that. So I will do white. I was going to do a different colour, but I think I'll go with white. Might use one of these needles. These Sashinko needles. Well, that was a lot easier to thread, wasn't it? Well, there you go. Just goes to show if you have the right needle, makes all the difference. So I think I might just put it just there. Yeah, so I did some stamping of some fabric, and but this is an older piece. I don't think I think I do have it here actually, and I mean this one has been kicking around for quite a while, but oh, there's a little bit of eyelash trim there, but I got my stamps out and just all these tiny little bits of fabric I just stamped. I love these, the little sewing ones, so they're going to be fun. There's Paris ones. Look at this one, sewing machine. And then I did these as well, and I tried to stitch around, but the fabric was very it was very soft and flimsy. It was hard to stitch, so I was trying to do those Tim Holtz scrappies, I think. I'm not really sure what they're called, but I saw that being done a while ago and I tried. But yeah, I think you need to have a little bit sturdier fabric to stitch. Well, that ain't going nowhere, I can tell you that now. Alright, so I'm just going to close off. Okay, where's my glue? Oh, goodness gracious me. The glue is the same place that that missing heart went. Alright, so I think what I'll do is come up the problem is that because my fabric is so threadbare, it's a bit hard for me to get started. So there we go. Okay. Okay, so yes, I stopped recording again, but what I've done is I've sewn it back onto the tag and I've stamped January week 2. Can't quite think about at this particular point what I want to put as my little saying, so I'll think about that. There's my tag. I'm really happy with it. So thank you very much for watching and putting up with me. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.